Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, don't follow me in real life. Hello, Hawk Babe. Hello, everybody. Hello, Rachel. Hello, everybody. So I'm gonna do a teaching today. Um, and then I gotta do something really quick. But I'm gonna do a teaching. So, but I'm gonna address something really quick, really fast. So there seems to be a group of people trying to drag my name through the mud, and that's fine. This is not a new condition for me. But I find it very sad that so-called devotees are always attacking each other, and that's what's problem with this group of people. Um, I usually don't like to step into shit, and I always try to turn the other cheek. When it comes to other devotees, but you know, I'm not very, I'm not a very good person at times, and I try to be a very good person, and I try to not succumb to that sort of wicked side that I want to embrace a lot of the time. But I'll say this: the people that are talking about me, I'm not gonna pay them no attention, but I am gonna stop addressing them because it's not worth my time. But I find it very funny that people talk shit from a distance, and I don't respect that. I really do wish that people were held accountable for the things they say. And if you don't understand the work I do, then that's okay. But the work I do is the work I do. And I'm not gonna stop teaching. I'm gonna keep doing my masses. I'm gonna keep doing my teachings, and I'm gonna keep doing things the way I've been doing them because people have been healed. People have been healed by certain things that I do. Like you can't go and fuck with results. Is pretty much is what I'm thinking. And to the divine protection of God and Santa Muerte, um, these people are gonna fuck around and find out. And I try to be as nice as possible always. Um, but I know there's been people that tell me, "Oh, come fly where I'm at, so we could run it." I'm not gonna fly anywhere, and I'm not gonna invoke violence on anybody. But if anyone ever wants to come see me, they can. I'm not one to hide. I'm not one to run away from an altercation. It's not in my nature. Um, I've been very forward and blunt about things I do here. And for those that want to be here and learn, you guys can be here. If you guys don't, then you guys don't. And that's fine. But I know that I'm doing the work that I've been set to do. And if anyone wants to follow me, fantastic. Whoever doesn't want to follow me, that's okay too. I may not be your cup of bread or your cup of milk or your loaf of bread, and that's fine. Go follow those that slander people and talk shit, and that's fine. But again, if you guys want to follow me and learn, I'm here to teach and help. If you guys don't, then if you guys are here to mess with my energy or be negative and bring this sort of fucking negative energy to my space, I'm not gonna indulge in it because I'm not. You know what I mean? For those that want to come into my space and spread negativity, my life has been full of negativity. I've come to the conclusion that I don't want negative energy in my space anymore, and I'll do whatever I can to maintain my peace. Because I'm not here to indulge anyone or entertain anybody, or if they're looking to get a rise out of me, they're fucking around with the wrong one. So it's not a threat or nothing, but they need to fucking like leave me the fuck alone, or if they want to run it, they can come see me. Um, anyways, I try to do the right thing. I try to do the teachings. I try to do what must be done in order to continue the work that I feel obligated to do. And I'm gonna continue to do it, and nothing's gonna stop me. No matter what, I'm gonna keep teaching. I'm gonna keep doing the things that I think God and Santa Muerte have sent me to do, regardless of anyone and their beliefs and their thoughts. And here's the thing: leave it to your own people to be the ones that try to bring you down. Leave it to your own people to be the ones. That's always been it. Leave it to your own people to try to fuck with you. Y'all know the stories about the crab? The crabs in the bucket? I'm gonna share it really quick. There was a fisherman on the dock, and there's 3 buckets. And there's someone walking by, and he notices that 2 of the buckets have like a plate above them and like a rock or a weight. And one of them doesn't have a plate or anything on top of it. It's open. So as he's going by, the passerby asks the fisherman, "Hey, what do you got in those buckets?" He says, "I got crabs in those buckets." He goes, "Why do 2 of those buckets have a plate and a brick on it or a weight?" He goes, "Let me explain to you. The first bucket is," and again, this is an old joke. "The first bucket has Asian crab in it. The reason I put a plate on it is because if one of them starts to get out, the other one tries to lift them and up and try to help them out." Cool. The second bucket, it's Jewish crab. The moment one gets to the top, he reaches down and tries to lift the other one out. Cool. And he goes, "What about the third bucket?" The third bucket, it's Mexican crab. The moment one starts to get out, the others yank them down. That's it. Moral of the story is, it's going to be your people that bring you down. And that's sad and crazy. It's sad. It's super sad. That the moment you start to make any kind of waves, someone is going to hate on you and try to bring you down. And that story hits. And I've always thought that there should be a change in our communities, that we should uplift one another, try to embrace one another. And it should transcend all lines. And that's the sad part. It won't. Because you got people that are just think they're better, think they know more, think they're in the right. And I don't get it. So I'm going to learn from that old, it's a joke or old, whatever it may be. I'm going to stay outside the bucket. And I'll give a fuck about what anyone says. And if they want to come and see me, they can. Simple. So I'm gonna move away from this because again, like it doesn't make me sad personally. It makes me sometimes angry that people have such way of speaking loosely. At least when I was younger, what's up, disciple of the forest? When I was younger, I'm an old man. I'm 47. Well, I'm old. Thank you so much, disciple of the forest. I appreciate you. I'm an old guy, but when I was younger, if you had a problem with somebody, you had to say it to their face. It was very much a man's world or a confrontational world. If you had an issue with anybody, you had to say it to their face, not behind the comfort of your telephone, not through text, not through whatever. You were forced to say it to someone's face if you had a problem with somebody. I miss those days where there was accountability for people's words and actions. Accountability to me has become so scarce that people just speak to speak, and they can make up whatever they want to make up, and it's all true until proven otherwise. And I think it's fucked up that people can speak so fucking wrong about others without knowing what they're about. So I miss those days of accountability. I miss those days when you had a problem with someone, you had to say it to them and own it. I'll never be in the same states as these other guys that are talking shit because I'm not going to take a special trip. I like accountability. And if I ever wronged anybody, I'll own it. I've wronged nobody. I live in my truth. I live in my faith. I live within my own parameters that God and Santa Muerte has set for me. Do I believe in white or black magic? No, I believe in justice. And justice always comes to light. And I'm going to say this. Anyone that is a coward, that speaks from a distance so carelessly, you reap what you sow. Thank you so much, disciple of the forest. You're going to reap what you sow. It's not a hex. It's not a curse. You're going to bring it upon yourself. Mark my words. Mark my words. You reap what you sow. Spread hate. Hate's going to come to your door. Just watch. It's going to visit you. And things take care of themselves. Anyways, today's teaching. I'm going to get into the teachings today. And then I'm going to come live and do something that I did last week that I couldn't post because it was too long and I couldn't post it on Patreon. I'm going to do the children of death explanation again because not everyone is meant to walk this path. Disciple of the forest, there's a saying in Spanish that I live by. And it's sort of my mantra. It's el que nada debe, nada teme. If you don't owe anything, you fear nothing. El que nada debe, nada teme. I want you guys to listen to that because I walk around fearlessly because I haven't done anybody wrong. Well, that didn't deserve it. I've done people wrong in my past that deserved it. I've done people wrong when they crossed me for no good reason. I have. I'm not above restraint. I'm not above justice. Pero el que nada debe, nada teme. Those who walk around fearless is because they don't owe shit to nobody or have done nobody wrong. I walk around with that principle. I walk around with that mentality. El que nada debe, nada teme. I don't walk around cowardice speaking on other people's names. It's not my place. So for those that come here to try to fucking invade my safe space with negativity because you are looking for followers, likes, or some kind of fucking, I don't know, noticeable fucking thing that, are you that fucking much of a fucking little person that by any means necessary? Are you so small in your own world that you go look to fucking start shit with people to bring some light to you? That's not being devoted. You're devoted to your fucking ego. And to me, if you have to fucking try to drag people through the mud, look at yourself in the mirror before you do anything. And you'll see the reflection you look at you is probably a sack of shit. Anyways, ego is evil. Of course it is. I leave it to God and Santa Muerte. That's all I do. I walk around knowing that I'm protected because I've done nobody wrong. And for those that wish to fuck with me, again, you're going to find out eventually. And if those that have told me they want to run it with me, they want to fight me because of whatever, come and see me. I'm not one to hide. Like, I've had people threaten violence on me, threaten my life, threaten my life. And it's like, come see me and bring that energy. But again, like, it's not going to go the way you think. And I'm not one of those people that talks loud and carries a big stick. I just, what comes, comes. And it'll be handled the way it's supposed to be handled. And the only way I know how to handle shit is like a fucking man. All right. So let's clear the air. Let's get all this negativity behind me because that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do the daily teaching of Santa Muerte. All right. So we're gonna start, and we're going to end it quickly because I gotta do something. Then I'm gonna come back and do another recording that I'm gonna do on the live, so maybe people could tune in and learn something. And again, accountability is everything. I've always said you gotta be accountable for your actions, and I mean it. It's not just words that I speak; it's words I live by. And again, I'm gonna start the teaching, and then for a while, I'm not gonna let people come to my comments. If they want to talk shit to me, they can pay for a subscription. All right. And again, I'm not gonna do any more public readings or take calls until we set an appointment and you send me the donation or the tithing. Because I'm tired of these motherfuckers. I'm tired of these motherfuckers, for real. It's not that I'm tired or I'm butthurt. It's just that it's a hassle. It is a fucking hassle to deal with these fucking numbskulls. Anyways, I'm gonna bring it back because then I get a little bit aggressive and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Again, today's teaching. Please like and subscribe or like and follow. Go to my content and leave, whatever you want to leave. If you're gonna talk shit, be man enough to come do it in person. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Thank you so much, Disciple of the Forest. I appreciate you. La Santa Muerte Daily Teachings. Day 12. How to strengthen your relationship with her. Spoken under God Almighty and La Santísima Muerte. This is discipline, not attachment, not obsession. This teaching matters because a lot of people think strengthening the relationship with La Santa Muerte means doing more. More candles, more offerings, more prayers, more rituals, more talking, more emotion. That mindset is backwards. Strength is not built by excess. It is built by alignment. Most people do not need to add anything. They need to remove what is in the way. They need to strip down what has become noise, habit, and performance. First hard truth. You do not strengthen your relationship with La Santa Muerte by chasing her. You strengthen it by standing correctly. She does not respond to neediness. She does not respond to desperation. She does not respond to emotional dependence. Those things weaken alignment. If your devotion feels anxious, frantic, compulsive, or pressured, you are not strengthening anything. you are destabilizing yourself and calling it devotion. Consistency matters more than intensity. This is where most people fuck it up. They swing between extremes. Deep devotion, 1 week, silence the next. Heavy emotion followed by avoidance. Intensity followed by burnout. That inconsistency creates noise. La Santa Muerte responds to steadiness, a calm presence, a disciplined posture, a grounded myth rhythm that does not depend on mood. One candle lit correctly with clarity and purpose is stronger than 10 lit out of fear, guilt, or desperation. Discipline is the foundation. Strength comes from discipline, not emotion. Showing up clean, maintaining your altar, keeping your word, not promising what you cannot sustain, not making vows you will later resent, knowing when to step back instead of spiraling. Discipline tells her you are stable. Stability is respect, and respect is the language she responds to most clearly. Truth strengthens alignment. La Santa Muerte does not require perfect people. She requires honest ones. Lying to yourself weakens alignment immediately. Pretending weakens alignment. Avoiding correction weakens alignment. Strength grows when you face things directly, instead of asking her to soften reality for you or to protect you from consequences you already earned. She does not exist to protect comfort. She exists to protect truth, and truth does not negotiate. Listen more than you ask. Most people talk too much. They ask, they plead, they explain, they justify, they repeat themselves. Then they wonder why nothing feels clear. Listening strengthens the relationship. Silence strengthens the relationship. Standing in stillness without needing reassurance, validation, or signs strengthens the relationship. She does not need constant communication. She needs presence and the ability to listen without panicking. Simplicity builds depth. Clutter weakens devotion. Too many objects, too many colors, too many practices copied from others, too much noise trying to feel important. Depth comes from simplicity. A clean altar, clear intention, correct posture, consistent presence. When people mature on this path, their practice becomes quieter, not louder, more precise, not more dramatic. Boundaries strengthen connection. This surprises people, but it matters. Having boundaries with devotion actually strengthens alignment. Knowing when not to approach the altar, knowing when you are emotionally unstable, knowing when you need grounding before engagement, knowing when silence is better than prayer. La Santa Muerte does not want access at all times. She wants clarity. Boundaries are clarity. Obedience to truth matters. This is not about blind obedience. This is about listening when correction appears and actually doing something about it. If you keep asking for guidance and ignoring the same correction, you weaken the relationship. If she keeps warning you and you keep overriding it, you create distance. Strength grows when action follows. Awareness, not when awareness is collected and ignored. Children of death, strengthened through responsibility. Some people have felt her presence since early life, before belief, before religion, before language, before understanding. For them, strength comes through responsibility. Living correctly, making hard choices, ending what needs to end, accepting correction without resentment, carrying weight without asking for praise. They do not need constant reassurance. They need discipline. What weakens the relationship? Let this be clear. The relationship weakens through obsession, fear-based devotion, emotional dependency, performative spirituality, ego-driven claims, refusal to change, blaming her for your own resistance. None of that impresses her. All of it creates imbalance. Signs the relationship is strong. When alignment deepens, you may notice less anxiety around devotion, less need for signs or reassurance, more inner calm, clearer boundaries, stronger intuition, less tolerance for bullshit, more responsibility taken quietly. That is strength, not excitement, not spectacle, stability. Final truth. You do not strengthen your relationship with La Santa Muerte by doing more. You strengthen it by standing correctly, by telling the truth, by honoring discipline, by accepting correction, by respecting boundaries, by removing illusion instead of defending it. When alignment is solid, nothing needs to be forced. Everything unfolds under the authority of God Almighty. Sit with this teaching. Strength does not shout. It holds together on its own. So that's the teaching. You don't have to have all this to be strong in your devotion. Devotion comes from in here. Devotion comes from here, and through action. Devotion isn't just saying you're devoted and that's that. Devotion is how you carry yourself, how you carry yourself with others, how you project your devotion upon others, how you judge and how you treat others. Those that are judgmental and constantly attack others, they're not aligned. They're misaligned. If the constant need to attack, to criticize, to critique, to judge others is your driving force, check your alignment. There's something wrong within your alignment. Devotion comes from within. Devotion comes from your heart. Intuition will tell you. Thank you to all my gifters. Thank you so much. May you be blessed now forever. May Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. Devotion will always, always come through alignment. There's people that think that by, thank you so much. There's people that need to listen to this, but there's people that think that the more louder you are, the more obnoxious you are, the more attention driven you are, the more you are aligned with her. Being judgmental and being loud is not part of devotional truth. True devotion does not have to be fucking, again, I said this yesterday. I'm not here for likes and I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to try to teach. For those that want to learn, this is a place of learning and a place where this information will be made available to you guys. I'm not here for fucking, I'm not here to be TikTok famous. I'm not here to fucking whatever. I'm here because I made an oath to her. for a petition I made years ago. And my devotion has led me to this point. And my devotion is love towards her and God. Everything else is secondary. When it comes to my devotion to my kids, my Santa Muerte, my God, my parents, that's unparalleled. That is where my devotion lies. I don't care about fame. I don't care about anything else outside of what is important. Do I need to make money to pay my mortgage? I sure do. Do I need to maintain electricity here? I sure do. Do I need creature comforts? I need the basics. I'm a simple motherfucker. Like, I don't need a lot. Give me some food, give me some shelter, give me some fucking light, give me some water. We're good. I'm not a person that needs a lot. You know, I live like a monk most of the time. I live in solitude. I live trying to better myself, because bettering yourself is a constant spiritual fucking work. You never reach pinnacle of spirituality. For those that think they're above anyone else, they are wrong. You are not above anyone else, and you will never know more than you fucking, think you do. People that walk around with that air of arrogance, privilege, and self-belief, that self-delusion, are wrong. Spirituality is supposed to be humble. Spirituality is supposed to be compassionate. Spirituality is supposed to be something that you can share with others without judging or attacking. True spirituality comes from within and is meant to be shared. True spirituality does not mean you're better than anybody else. It is up to you to correct those that you feel want your correction or want your help. You don't get to decide who to choose to fucking like better. They come to you and they ask you. I don't come here to convert people. I come here to share the information that I feel I have. And it doesn't have to be your truth. It's my truth. It is my truth. And I speak my truth because it's the only thing that I know to do. I don't speak loud sometimes. Sometimes I get too wrapped up in the message. But the message is always clear, is I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to share. I don't try to gatekeep. I try to make this information as knowledgeable and as informative as possible so people understand how to walk in a true sense of spirituality. Being loud, being judgmental, being all that shit, that's not spirituality. That's more like religion. Religion-based people, all they do is critique and judge. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. As spiritual people, we're supposed to embrace one another, uplift one another, and try to hold one up every time we can. Like, if people need help, we should help. Anyways, true alignment comes from within. True alignment doesn't require boastfulness or ego. True alignment doesn't make you better than anybody. It puts you at shoulder level with your contemporaries and those around you. If you walk around this earth feeling very spiritual, but very full of yourself, you're fucking very wrong. You cannot be spiritual and go around critiquing others for the way they believe, the way they do their devotional work. I get critiqued all the time, but here's the funny thing is, my entire life I've been looked at and judged. So it's no different now. People look at me and judge me still, for different reasons, obviously. But this is not a new condition for me. It ain't. It's not a new condition for me to people look at me to judge me. And I always say, people that judge me so harshly, they think they're better. What do they think when they try to judge so harshly? Are they better than me? No. They feel better than me, probably. And again, that's delusion. I ask those that are true spiritualists to look within and know that true spirituality doesn't come with judgment, doesn't come with negative feelings towards anybody. The only time I throw out some negative energy to people is when they fucking cross me or when they do foul shit. When they do foul shit is when us, children of death, are supposed to create a little bit of balance. We are supposed to protect the sheep. It is our duty. It is my calling. It is my calling to protect those that need protection. That's how I felt for a long time. As of late, I've questioned everything due to my devotion and what I feel has been selfless acts of helping. People fucking take advantage. People talk shit. People will fucking say one thing or another. And again, that makes me question a lot of things because people nowadays really, they're shitty. I've helped people that promise to give me donations. They don't. I've helped people that say they're going to fucking take care of me when they come into money. They don't. And then they come back asking me why I closed their roads. I didn't do shit. You made a promise and a pact and you broke it. So things go sideways. That's not my doing. That's just the way it is. I've never done anything foul to people that didn't keep their word to me. That handles itself. I don't have to. And people have called me back, why'd you close my roads? I go, I didn't. You just didn't keep the promise you made. And that handles itself. Have I done work on people because they deserve it? Yeah, I have. I have. No lie, but they deserved it. And I always ask for discernment to who needs what and who needs when and why. It doesn't just come from, I could do it, I'm gonna do it. No. There's gotta be some level of grounding. You don't get to play God. It's not your place. Thank you so much, Ashley Shauf Harris, for the heart. May be blessed now forever. Miss Santa Muerte protect you, and God always, always, always bless you. Again, I'm not here to spread any kind of noise. I'm here to try to spread spirituality and alignment. And whatever I ever teach, you could apply to whatever it is you are. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care what path you walk. Spirituality is for everybody. I don't care how you identify as. I don't care what you voted for. I don't give a fuck. That's your personal fucking business, and I'll stay out of it. That's the way respect should be given. We don't have to be on the same page to walk together spiritually. That's where this country has taken a shit. People think it's okay to judge others based on their beliefs. My beliefs are mine alone, and they're mine to have. I don't put that above my spiritual work. Because I don't. I can distinguish my personal belief versus my spiritual belief, right? My personal and spiritual is two different things. And I'm gonna say this. I've talked to many people that are transgender, that are identifying as whatever the fuck they are. I don't hold judgment because I don't. But I'll tell you something, and this is truth to me. And it doesn't have to be your truth, but this is an example. I've spoken to people that are transgender, that are fucking transitioning, and I help them the same as anybody else. I've helped people that identify as fucking cats or fucking furniture. That's not for me to judge. I'm here to help. Do I believe that there's multiple sexual identities? Sure, you could be whatever you want, but I only believe there's two genders. It doesn't stop me from helping anybody. I don't put my personal beliefs ahead of my spirituality. I believe there's two genders, males and females. How you interact with others, that's on you. That doesn't concern me. That is not for me to judge, because it ain't. But I believe there's two genders. And if some of you want to say, he's full of shit, that's fucking, no. I'm not saying you can't identify. You can identify as a whatever you want. It's not for me to judge or hold out a. But I've helped people the same that are queer, gay, transitioning, identify as fucking cats, identify as furniture. That's not for me to fucking judge. My place is not that. Because it ain't. The problem with people today is they fucking give an opinion when they're not asked. They give an opinion when it doesn't concern them. That's the problem. Because that is the problem. But I dare anyone to tell me, oh, you treat people differently. No, I don't. I treat everyone the same unless you're an asshole. Then I treat you differently. Thank you for that. May you be blessed now forever. May Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what you voted for. I don't care about any of that shit. What matters to me is, where are you spiritually? Are you aligned? Do you need help? Do you struggle with spirituality? Again, I don't care about the other shit. It's not my concern. If you voted Democrat, good for you. Republican, good for you. You identify as something else, good for you. If you believe that the fucking earth is flat, good for you. If you believe it's round, good for you. If you believe in Allah, good for you. God, good for you. Like Krishna, good for you. Buddha, good for you. That doesn't concern me. And it shouldn't concern you either. But we all stick our noses nowadays where it doesn't belong. There's a saying that my mom and dad just taught me when I was a kid. And it's something that everyone should follow. No te metas en lo que no te importa. Pretty much, mind your fucking business. That's it. Words to live by. No te metas en lo que no te importa. Those words could not ring truer to me than now. Like, this is it. Mind your fucking business. Stay out of my business. I'll stay out of yours. That's pretty much what that means. And it's fucking words to live by. So many people can mind their own business and be okay with things, right? But no, everyone has a fucking opinion and wants to put their fucking nose where it doesn't fucking belong. That's the problem. And again, I'm here to speak truth, not to coddle people. And sometimes truth hurts. And truth will always be fucking truth, no matter how you tell it. That's the truth of it. Truth doesn't need explanation. Truth does not need defending. Truth stands on its own around a world of lies. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So again, whatever people do, let them do it. It's not your place to judge. If they vote this way, if they identify this way, if they live this way, if they believe this way, it doesn't matter. No te metas en lo que no te importa. Mind your fucking business. Again, I think if we lived by that, right now, our state of the union would be much more cohesive. Sometimes we don't agree with certain things. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have an opinion. It is not okay to attack people about it. Last time people were saying you should be disruptive against the cops. On my live, they were saying this. People that were on my live, I'm like, I don't agree with that. I will never send anyone to get hurt against any kind of law enforcement. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in going against law enforcement. I was raised differently. I was raised in a time where there was consequence. I would never dare attack a cop. In my time, you got fucked up. I knew plenty of people that got beat up and dropped off at the docks by LAPD. It's wrong to think that you can go against certain things, and it's wrong for people to send others into the fucking line of danger. I think it's irresponsible to say, hey, Go stand up for people that don't care about you. And I'll say this one time right now and one time only. I'm very much a person that cares about my surroundings. I don't get too involved with world politics. It doesn't concern me. What affects me directly is what I worry about because that's how I live my life. I worry about my surroundings. I worry about what might threaten my well being. And more importantly, those are my children. That's where my real fucking concern is. I will never stand with a pedophile. I will never stand with anyone like that. Never, ever, ever. And like I said the other day, while we're at it, fuck SPM and anyone that supports people like that. I've said it for years. I can't stand with people that are bullies or that attack others physically because they're stronger. I can't. And if you want to get to the nitty gritty of shit, to me, those people should stop breathing. That's my personal belief. So if you ever find yourself protecting those kind of people, ask yourself, where are you aligned? If you call yourself children of God or children of death, anyone that hurts children gets no quarter. They get no love. They get no protection. They get none of that, especially from me. I can't. It's not in my nature. If you stand with people that hurt children or SA people, like for real, then we're not the same. Because we're not. So that's all I'm gonna say. Like I'm gonna stop now because today I do feel certain ways. I do feel certain ways where people come and attack my space and accuse me of shit that I stand solely against. And my principles, I don't break for fucking anybody. It pisses me off. But I'll try to keep my emotions in check because when you do shit, you gotta be cold and surgical.